All right, so we're officially recording. I'm going to crawl back to the mat and we're starting our advanced mat class for today, or for whatever day you're taking it if you're doing this on YouTube. So here we go. Sitting up, we can roll right back into our footwork position, hands behind the head, pull the legs into frog, and it's an inhale to push the legs up and out, and an exhale to frog in. Lengthen away and return. Reach and retract. You keep using your hands to lift the skull up, giving yourself a little stretch in the back of the neck. One more, pull it in, parallel legs, soft point to lengthen out and return. Glide the legs forward, pull them back in. Your legs work here like a metronome, following the breath. Inhale, exhale, letting the toes melt down off the ends of your feet, lifting the arch in to the top of the foot. As you go out, be sure you totally straighten the knees and then pull them in tight. Come in and flex and push away and pull back. One of the ideas is that you might be working quickly enough to start to warm up your cardiovascular system here, which Hundreds also is designed to do. It's not only about supporting from your core and strengthening those core muscles, it's also about lengthening the legs, working them, and then also building up some strength in the heart. All right, let's take the legs up and inhale to point and flex, rolling through the feet, heel ball toe, toe ball heel. Remember, we don't want you to just flap at the ankles. Your feet have lots of bones, lots of joints in them. About a quarter of the bones in your body are in your feet. So it's good to work all through those joints here. And then let's circle the arms around for Hundreds, lift a little higher, and we pump, inhaling and exhaling. Deep breath in. And then a long breath out. Watch your body expand on the inhale, and then watch it knit together on the exhale. Try to picture every single cell inflating with the inhale and deflating as you exhale. So this becomes a full body exercise through every single cell of your being. Come up a little higher, deeper into the curve. Try not to pull back onto the upper shoulders, but really see if you can suspend yourself up and away from the tip of the blades. And one more breath. And then we'll lower down and slide the legs forward. The arms go up in the air and back as far as you can take them without arching the spine. So bring the arms up, drop your shoulders, lift the head, neck, and pull your rib cage up off the ground, diving forward. Take a deep forward fold, lifting your belly into the curve of your back, and then down we go again. Lengthen out through your heels, try to push them to the wall in front of you. Yawn your body open to the ceiling, and then we lift to come up again. The head leads the neck, the rest of the spine follows. You round your back, bend the knees if you need to, if your hamstrings are tight, to get the stretch you want in both the hamstrings and the low back. And we lift again. Each one should seem a little easier, so you can adjust the arm position to keep making it a little harder. Remember, the higher the arms are, the more load away from center, so you can control your descent by adjusting the angle of your arms. Diving through. And we'll go back again and lay it down for rollover. So you circle the arms forward. And we lift the legs up. Legs are together, soft point. Reach the legs away from you without arching the spine. Bring the legs up and over. They go over low. You open the legs 4 inches, flex the feet. Try to lower the legs towards your chest, towards your head. As you bring your spine down, then you stretch the legs forward. They're still apart. Point the feet, close the legs, and go up and over again. Once you balance on your shoulders, you're not on your neck. Open, flex. Lengthen through the heels, stretch your spine away from your shoulders, work your way down here with control, with resistance to gravity, close, point, and lift again. Push the arms, and then you're going to balance your weight across your shoulders and into the upper arms. Flex, legs apart, come down, feel the length you feel in the back line of your body. Now press the legs forward, point, close, open, go over with the legs apart and a pointed foot. Close, flex, and now you reach out through your halo as you reach forward through your sacrum and tail. Feel you're increasing the stretch and allowing your spine to get a little more curve in that lumbar part, the low back. Close flex and down we go. Trying to fold yourself in half and then open the shape. We'll go for one last one. Apart point to go up and over. Flex, close, and down we go. Now into tree, the left leg lowers, that foot is flexed. The right foot is in a soft point, and we'll come on up, lifting your head, lift down your midline, bring the left hand to the back of the right leg. Try to hold that leg up in the air and pull your body up to it. And then release yourself down, lift the tail, reach out through that right sits bone. You don't want that hip hiked up by your waist or by your armpit, right? You want to keep the waist long, equally on both sides, and we lift again. Come all the way up, sit tall, widen the chest, widen the collarbones, and down you go again. Think of the spine going down first, and then the arms follow you down to the mat. Lengthen the arms at your side, and last time to lift. Once you're all the way up, balance on your sits bones, bend the elbows, lift the leg up to your chest, release it away. It rises, and then it releases. One more like that. Leave the leg in the air. You could walk your hands down your legs, or you can go hands free. Squeeze the arms in around your chest. Pull yourself down, stretch through both legs. Go all the way to the ground. And then we lift the leg up for the advanced circles. Inhale, bring the leg across the body, spiral the hip, waist, and ribs off the ground. Shoulder girdle is down. Circle out around. Complete the circle at the top. Short inhale. And a long, deep exhale. We want to knit the abdominal wall in like a corset. Stretch. Exhale, move through the air. The right side is fluid. It lifts off and then back onto the mat. The left side stays grounded, working against the weight of the right leg going onto the side. And one last one in this direction. Taking the leg in a reverse here, and then circle around and lift it up. So again, the right side comes off the ground, the left side stays anchored to it. Reach out here. So you go far enough to get the inner thigh stretch as the leg goes out to the side. And then pull across and feel that stretch in the outer thigh and hip. We'll complete one more circle here to the top. And then scissor switch your legs. Right one down, left one up. Flex the right foot, left is in a point. And we come up for tree. Looking down your midline, pull yourself up. Use your abs, use your psoas, use your arms. And then lift all the way up here, opening the chest. Curl the tail up around the low back, and then lay the spine down onto the mat here. The leg stretches out, and it stays elevated when you release your hands and open the chest, coming up again. Growing tall, working to keep that bottom leg grounded. Depending on your proportions, you might need an ankle weight here on the lower leg initially. Come all the way up, sit tall, open the chest, now pick up the leg, and exhale, release it. You can always bend the knee. Mainly we want to get the stretch in the middle of the back of the thigh, in the middle of the hamstring, not at the attachment points at the knee or the sits bone. And now lift the leg, release it, or walk your hands down your leg. Keep reaching forward with the foot, with the sole of the foot, with the fingertips, as you pull yourself away from that energy going up and out. And now the arms are at your side. You lift the leg to circle across, picking up the left hip, circle wide around and out to the side, and you spin off the mat, keeping the left shoulder on the floor, but pulling the rib cage away from the scapula here. Giving yourself a nice little spiral, a nice twist in your spine, and a chance to work through your obliques. Let's go for one last circle. Come all the way to the top and reverse. Inhale out to the side and exhale low. Drive the leg across the other one, pick it up high and reach out. So remember now the left side is the fluid, the mobile side, and the right side is the stable side. So press down into your right hip and leg before the leg moves to the left. We'll complete here at the top and then fold the knee into your chest, hug it in. You can lift the other leg and then roll forward and up. for rolling like a ball. Sit into the front third of your mat. Wrap your hands around your shins. Lift your tail, lift your feet, look into your belly and roll. Inhale back to your blades. Exhale forward to your balance point on your sacrum. Draw a straight line right down the middle of the mat and then come right back up the center of your mat here. You're actively pushing hands back into your legs and shins forward into your arms so that you feel more connected to your core. Also pull the elbows wide and forward so that your shoulder blades move sideways and you can really round that upper back and the area below the rib cage into the waist. One more. And now for the abs series. So right hand to the right ankle, left hand to the knee. The left leg stretches out as a counterweight, as a counterbalance. Pull yourself right into the upper curl and push the leg up into your hands. Inhale to switch and exhale to switch. The knee pulls in tight and the other leg stretches long. Be sure you're going straight out of the hip socket. Don't let the legs cross over the midline or let them drift sideways out into space. So think of your legs like pistons. You're exactly forward in a straight line and exactly back. Both legs in. And now inhale, arms and legs can lift to the ceiling. Legs stay together. Arms are apart. Circle, embrace your legs into your body. And you can do the more advanced version. Your toes slide down the mat, lift to eye level, and then you pull them in. Whatever works best for your back and your core is where you want to be. We reach and then embrace, pull yourself into a ball. Once more, you lift. It's an open to the sky position. And now scissors, right leg up, left leg down, and switch. It's so tempting, but don't look up at your knee, don't look up at your feet, look down your midline. And really try to pull the leg back far enough to get a healthy stretch in the back of the leg. And then extend it long, reach it out. It draws a big arc in the air. We're going to end with the left leg up. Hands behind the skull. Bring the right leg up to meet the left one. And double leg lower lift. The legs go forward and out and down. Exhale, pull the belly deep and lift the legs up. Reach it out again. Exhale to lift the legs here. Stretch out and forward. Exhale, lift, drag them up to the ceiling. And again, push it away. Exhale and lift it up. Once more like this. We move into the twist, right leg in, twist up to it, then the left. Coming forward as well as to the side. You get that rotation around your central axis. And you're keeping the sternum in the same line as your navel, so that you're really trying to keep a narrow torso print on your mat. And to the left, come back to center, lay it down, and we'll just stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Feel that lengthening in the abdominal wall. And now we lift up, roll up, and open the legs. Sit upright here for a spine stretch. You can elevate your hips if you need to. Most advanced, we take the arms up to the ceiling, palms back. Let's take an upper back extension. You waterfall backwards over the base of the tip of the blades. Turn the palms forward, dive forward and down. Suck the belly up into the curve of your spine, round over. Take a deep bow here. And then press down through your heels, through your sits bones, and you rise. The tail dropping into the center of the earth. Rotate the palms. Take the upper back extension, the collarbones open so the blades knit together and fall to your tail. And then palms forward. Lead with the head, the shoulders melting down your back. Curving over, stretching out the spine as you dive. Push down to lift. Upper back extension. And one more time, curling forward. Now hold on to your legs. Pull your waist back, feel that opening around your sacral area, and then we'll pull ourselves forward or pull the heels into your tail, depending on where you have room to move for open leg balance. So, hands to the inside of your legs, and we inhale to extend the right leg up, stretch it here, and then fold it back down, heels connect. Now the left. You're in sort of a C-curve spine like you were for rolling like a ball. Right leg again. Exhale and pull it down. And now the left. Reach up and lower. Both legs simultaneously, they go up. And you want the legs to be narrow so that when the legs are extended, the legs are only the width of your shoulders. Like you're inside a narrow hallway here and you just fit. Take it up, hold it there, change the hand position a little bit more around to the back of the leg. And we look at the belly and roll. Lift the tail in the air and exhale, come forward. And again, rocking back and lifting up. Balance on your shoulder blade. The head always stays off the ground in the rolling exercises. It's one of the reasons we look at the abdominal wall while we do it. And then up to balance. Close the legs, leave them in the air. Corkscrew advance. We roll the spine down, the legs stay right where they are. And then once we're here, we jackknife up. So you lift the legs, push the hips in the air, push the feet in the air. And now tip the torso to the right. Again, it stays in the frame of your shoulders. Go down on the right side of the spine. Circle the legs to the right once the hips are down. They go forward, they rotate to the left. Coming back up and in and lift the feet up high. And then we tilt to the left. Work yourself down here. Go down on the left side, circle left, forward right. Spiral the pelvis here. You shift the weight around the sacrum and then you come up to balance on the scapula. Twist to the right, go down again. Circle around. Eventually, I promise you, it gets to feel like a nice massage into that low back in particular. It'd be a little tricky at first figuring out how to do this and how to pull the leg back in close enough that you don't overload your spine on the way down or up. Do one last set, going around to the left, pull it up here, unwind the body at the top, feet reach to the ceiling, over your third eye, go down on the left side, and then circle around to the right, last time, coming up, lift high, and now we bring the spine right down the midline. This is just the return to the mat from jackknife, and open the legs up as you come up to sitting for saw. Again, elevate your hips if you need to, extend the arms. Push the arms down, lift the chest, rotate to the right, and you dive over, left arm over the right leg, right arm up and back behind you, coming upright, spiral to the left and dive over and reach along here. Coming up again, center and twist, turn and dive and stretch. Coming up, center through, and reach again. Think of bolting your sits bones into the ground, molly bolt them down. We're doing one last one to the left. Pull the arms actively away from each other, reach to the fingertips. If you're taking up the whole space around you, come back to center, lower the arms, legs together, and flip on your stomach for swan. Forehead slightly off the mat, hands back by your armpits. Pull the mat to the toes and lift up. Shoulder blades pulled together, heart is high, eyes are higher. And then bring yourself down, releasing out of it. Lengthen the back of the neck, but don't collapse the head into the floor. Pull forward with the chest, pull forward with the navel as you come up. And down you go again. Releasing out of that big stretch through the abdominal wall. One more, and then we start to rock. So you can throw the legs in the air, push yourself up off the ground. And child's pose. Round your back, curve it, stretch it out, drop your forehead down. Forward onto your forearms for single leg kick. You push the ground down and back, you pull the chest forward and up, kick the right heel in, 1, 2, and down, now the left. If you tend to cramp your feet when you do this, and the swan as well, you should elevate the part of your foot, like right by the ankle, so that the heel is a little more elevated than the toes. And also then you would need to be doing stretches across the top of the foot and the top of the ankle to prevent yourself from cramping when you do lay down like this. Here we go, double beat on the left side. And now lower yourself down, turn your head to the right, left ear to the floor, hands overlap on your back. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, kick 3 times both legs. 1, 2, 3. Push the feet into the ground, intertwine the thumbs, bring the arms back, lift the chest, coming down, looking to the left, and pulse again here. Pump the air out, push the feet into the floor, reach back. If your thumbs can't intertwine and keep the wrists straight, you can take the palms up or in, and the hands separate, but narrow as much as you can, going down, looking to the right. 3 beats, 3 pulses. And lift here, bring it down again. The elbows fall to the floor with the legs, up with the chest, and down, hands by the armpits. Pull yourself back again, child's pose. Curve the neck, round it, stack the spine from the bottom to the top. And then we turn around for a neck pull. The feet will be apart and flexed. Apart about 4 to 5 inches. So sit up tall, pull the skull up, lift the elbows, and you tip back, you lean back in a plank. When you need to, you tuck, you can even pull the elbows in, you can even pull the arms forward to lay your spine down with control to the mat. And then here, fist to hand is the easiest, coming up. Not that it's that easy. Diving forward, hands behind the head. Don't push the head down, but lengthen it out past your knees and out past your feet. And then flow with the spine. Lift here as if a bowling ball was rolling up the front of your body, giving you that lift. Lean back, tuck, roll your spine into the mat. Be sure you're working the right and left side equally. And then we come up. Try to bend through your ribs and don't just pull from your hip flexors. So you want to get a curve through the upper back. As you pull the body off the ground, take a deep dive, and then flow from the bottom to the top of the spine. And back again. Curve your way down into the ground. If you find that you are like collapsing and chunks of your body are moving instead of incrementally lifting the vertebra, you need to change the position, whether it's the way up or down, so that you really feel that sequencing of your spine, almost like your spine zips into the floor and zips off of it. You take it back. So it could be just changing your arm position, giving yourself more support, whatever it takes. Once we're down, we stay down and we pull the knees into the body. We're going into the advanced scissors and bicycle here. So we start with the jackknife. So legs pull in, extend them out, bring them up and then up to the sky. Support your hips with your hands. The heel of your hand should be hopefully right at the pelvic girdle. You can feel the bones of it sink into the heel of your hand. And you still lift up with your legs so you don't put too much weight in your wrist. Right leg is forward. Stretch it out. The weight in your hands will increase. But then exhale, it should decrease as you lift the leg up. And then the left leg goes out and forward. Again, think about the tracking. We did that in the ab series. You're still tracking the legs directly out of the socket. And right leg forward again. So we're alternating the legs. Try to push the legs away from your face and not over your face. Left leg. Bring it up and get energy up through the foot so that you also have energy up through your tailbone. Now, bicycle, the right leg goes out. And then as you pull it in, the left leg goes forward. Try to slide your feet across the ceiling, down the wall in front of you. And then picture your toes gliding across the floor. We'll reverse and back pedal. And both legs up to the ceiling to end this. Lift your hips a little higher. We're going to take the heel of your hand under the hip bone crest. Thumbs and fingers come around and point towards the front of your belly, towards the navel. And then one leg goes down, the other leg goes down, and you're in a very high position. And you might get a cramp in one of your hamstrings. And then we'll slide the right leg forward, point to go up, flex to go down. Point to lift, flex to lower, point up, and flex down, slide the leg under you, stand in that foot, extend the left, point to lift, flex to lower. Point, bring it up, flex, bring it down. One more, point, bring it high, flex, take it low, slide it under, stand in both feet, lift your hips, use your glutes, release the arms, and now you roll to the inner arm, sink your spine down, curve your way down, Go all the way down till the tail settles. And then we're just doing a regular bridge. Pull the tail forward, the knees forward. The shoulders sink into the ground as you roll to the outside of the arm. You'll feel your blades pull together so you can really boost the sternum up. Eyes are up and back, the neck is still long, and then roll to the inner arm. See how your scapula separate, and you can articulate down through the upper back and the upper rib cage. Work your way down the spine gradually until the end, the tailbone releases into the mat and the waist floats up, separates from the mat. And we do one more set, a regular bridge up, and then we'll add our kick, starting with the left. So we come all the way up, really push down through the shoulders, and we pull that left leg forward, flex to kick it up, point to take it down, flex to rise, point to lower. One more. The leg touches, it slides under, extend the right, flex kick, point down, flex up, point lower, make it energetic, feel the length of the leg, touch the ground, slide it under you, elevate your hips, square them off if that right hip is dropped, and now roll to the inner arms, come down very smoothly, laying the spine down, draping it into the ground, and finally settling the tail. From here, we come up to sitting for our spine twist. So come upright. Again, elevate your hips if necessary, bend your knees if you must. Extend the arms out and we spin to the right. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Lift to center and then to the left. 1, 2, 3. Check out your legs. You're not supposed to be sliding your feet forward and back. We want to keep the hips and the feet in the same plane and rotate the spine from the tail up between those two pelvic halves. Coming back here, twisting left. Also watch when you twist that the arm you're moving away from doesn't come forward with you. A lot of times they'll come to almost form a 90-degree angle with the other arm that's reaching back. Last time, twisting left, wring out your waist. Feel this work in your core, come center, lower the arms, and then we lower back down for jackknife. Arms at your side, and we can fold the legs in, pick them up, and then jackknife up. And here we just bring the spine down a little bit at a time. Take the legs out to your working level. You need to move away from that equipment. And let's lift again. And as you press into the arms, you're working your lats to slowly bring the torso down to the ground. And then stretch the legs away to whatever level works for you. Let's go for one more here. Jackknife up. And then squeeze the legs together. Resist gravity. Try to drape your body down 1 inch, 1 vertebra after the next. And then we can lower the legs all the way to the ground and lay on your side facing the camera. Side kicks. We'll do a little shortened version today so that we can get some more of the end work in. Normally this full series takes an hour, pretty typically, to do at a decent pace. So here, we'll have to shorten something to get a little bit more from the end. All right, so we flex the foot, bring it forward, pulse 1, 2. Point the foot, take it back, and pulse 1 and 2. Notice that the advanced arm position is both hands supporting the skull and pulling the head away from the rest of your body. When we're here, the bottom foot presses into the ground. Come back to center, rotate the leg externally, point to go up, and flex to bring it down. Point to lift and flex to close. Once more, point high and flex down. Now reverse, flex and lift, point and stretch it away. Flexing up, drag the legs apart, squeeze them together. One more, flex up, point down, développé, bend the knee, up to the ceiling, extend the foot high, flex, and reach it out and down. The tendency here will be to let the top hip fall backwards so that you can lift the leg higher. Try to really keep your hips stacked while you do this. The opening of your hip will come. Now reverse up with the flex foot, point bend, skim the leg down the bottom one, skate it out, and lift the flex foot, point bend. Exhale, pull the head away from the leg, and last one. Narrow the belly in as you exhale, and rond de jambe. Inhale forward, exhale up, back, around, and through center. Circle the leg here, stretching it, holding your body, resisting, tipping the torso away from the leg. Complete the circle reverse. It goes back, you rotate it up, sweep it around in a beautiful circle in the air, and then take it back again, open the hip, spiral the leg on the socket, complete the circle here, and one last time. Okay, we're gonna leave it there and go on to our bellies for grasshopper. Overlap the hands under your forehead, lift the legs from your glutes, and you open and close, clapping the thighs together and apart. So the legs are straight. You're using your quads to keep the knees straight here and using the glutes to pick the thighs up off the ground. Lower, child's pose. Articulate the spine bottom to top. And we turn to the other side. Prop up your head. Be sure you have room to move your legs. And we pick up the top leg, flexing the feet. Inhale. It's flexed to go forward. Pulse 1, 2. Point the foot. Take the leg back. Pulse 1, 2. Flex to go forward. Double beat. Point to stretch it back. Double pulse. Flexing forward. Point to stretch back. Come back to center. Rotate externally. Point lift and flex down. Point up. Flex close. Drag the legs apart and then squeeze the air out from between them. Flex to rise. Point to lengthen and lower. Flex and lift. Point, stretch it away. Once more here. All the way down, développé, bend the knee, glide the leg in, knee to the chest, lift the foot up, flex, and down it goes. Pull it in, bring it up, flex, and down. One more like this. Now tap straight leg, flex foot high to the sky, point the foot, bend, skim the leg down, skate it down the bottom leg, lengthen it to lift it with the flex foot, point, bend. Exhale all the way down, reach along, lift again here, point, bend, and exhale, pull the belly in tight. Rond de jambe, inhale forward, exhale up, around, back, and through center. Push your bottom leg into the floor. Keep reaching out and out and out. No matter where the leg is in the circle, try to draw the circle on the wall in front of your foot. Complete the circle, let's reverse. But really stretch the whole body. The more you lengthen it, the more stable it becomes. All right, we close that. And then let's lay onto our backs now for teaser. All right, so let's just pull the knees into your chest for a second. And then extend the legs up in the air. Arms at your side, palms up, slide the arms forward. Lift, move through your upper arm curl. Come up to your first teaser. Leave the legs in the air, curl the tail up, and roll the spine down. And again, your hands can come along the legs if you need a little assist. You can also do this with the TheraBand, which would be a big assist. Choose what works for you, and don't let the legs go so low that you feel it in your back. You want to feel this in your abs. Now up, now that we're up, lower the legs, lift them. Just a slight lower and a lift. You can bend the knees in. If it feels like it's too much for your spine, push the legs away. And we roll it down, push the feet out at eye level, go all the way down. Lay yourself out and another full teaser. Arms lift your head, look at your toes, bring them up with your body. And then push the legs away, roll yourself out here. The main thing is to be sure your spine is safe. Adjust the legs as you need to. One more to come up. Advanced hip circles, arms in one direction, legs in the other. Everything around and back to center. Switch arms to the left, legs to the right, circle low. Come back to center, arms right, legs left, everything down, around, and pull them up. Arms left, legs right, circle low, bring them up. We made it. Press yourself down, come out of your teaser, and circle the arms down at your side. We flip over onto our stomachs next for swimming. And then lift the chest, lift the arms and the legs, and start pumping the arms and the legs up in the air. Some people get really high. That's not me. Sorry about that. And then stretch and lower down. And then let's take your hands under your hips. We're coming up into a plank. Actually, I'm going to lift because I'm still having trouble with my formerly broken third metatarsal. So we're going to come up into a plank from here. Lift your right leg up, push back through your left heel, come forward to a floating plank, slide the right leg underneath you. Lift the foot, go back with the right heel, come forward, switch your legs. Right leg up, left heel back, come forward, switch your leg, right leg down, lift up, go back, come forward, both legs down. You do one more. I need to rest that right foot. That's good. Okay, now from here, we're turning over. You're going to bring your left hand in front of the right hand, your left foot under the right foot, lift the right arm, flip over backwards. So you're on your heels. Ideally, we would like the palms to face, well, the fingers to face away from your body. Sometimes you don't get all the way around, depends on your rotation. So you sit, point the fingers away, bend the elbows a little bit, then lift your hips. We kick the right leg up and flex down. Alternating legs, point to lift and flex to lower. Point up, flex down, point lift, flex lower. One more, 3 sets. And then lower the hips down. Okay, we just have a few minutes left. So let's go into a side plank here. So we'll go into our mermaid next. So the legs are opened a fair bit. The top leg is crossed in front, the heel to the base of the lower foot's toes. Spread your palms open a little in front of spread your fingers open and your palms spread wide, a little in front of your shoulder of your standing arm. Look at your hand and we go up and over, push the ground away, lift the hips, drop the head and the arm, bend the knees, lower with control to the ground, look at your top hand, and we lift to come up again. If you find that you don't get any arch in the back, if it's a plank, what that means is when you lower, you need to pull the feet a little closer in to your hips or pull the hand in a little closer to your other hip. One more to go up. And down we go. That looked beautiful. Good job. Other side. Again, remember, the top foot's in front. You find the medium open position here for your body. Look at your upper hand. And we press through the legs. We lift up. Dive over. Remember, don't rotate forward or back. You should be able to take your back against an imaginary wall behind you. And scoop the air to come up, let the head fall, open the top ribs, close the ribs underneath you, and bring it down again. One final one like this. To lower on down. And we'll have time for boomerang, hooray. So here, let's sit upright, crossing the right ankle over the left. This exercise incorporates a lot of things we've already done. You're going to press down through your arms, lengthen up through your head, try to push down and lift the legs without leaning back. Then you roll back into roll over. You open the legs, recross, pull yourself down, roll right up into your teaser. The arms circle back. You pull the navel through your spine with your mind's eye, and then you dive over the legs, lifting the belly, dropping the forehead. Lift the arms as you separate them. Rotate the thumbs up, the palms forward, and then embrace the air in front of you. Bring your hands down by your ankles on the mat. Spine stretch, you articulate up, lift the chest. And we do that again. So we press down to let the legs lift. As you go over, keep your head and neck off the ground. Open the legs, recross. Coming up through center here. The arms go back. You pull the arms back behind you. Dive over, take a little bow, lift the arms, they separate. Circle the arms forward and around. And I screwed up my feet when I slid them across the wall. So the right leg should be on top here. And then we articulate all the way up with the spine. Push down to lift the legs. Roll back. Open the legs, recross them. Come forward and up. Balance here on your sacrum. Reach the arms back. Hold that balance point with that strength as your psoas. Dive forward. Try to think of the torso moving to move the legs. Release the arms, the shoulders pull back as the arms extend forward. Articulate up. And the last one here, we're almost done. Press to lift. Go back, balance on the shoulders, open, recross, come up to balance, arms circle back, you reach, and then you dive over. Take a deep bow, because you've done a wonderful job for your class today. Lift, circle the arms wide and around so the blades move on your back, but not by your ears, and then flow upwards. And darlings, we're good for today. Thank you so much. Appreciate your being here, and actually looking forward to seeing hopefully all of you